What was it?
Um,
What, because of this visitor?
no, it was before the visitor came, so it was the Thursday or Friday. No, was it? I don't even know. I'm sorry. I'm fucking
I can,
baked.
I'm baked, and the mental breakdown was so severe I can't even remember what day it was.
I literally mid show just fucking hit stop. I'm like, I've had enough. I've had enough. I can't take it no more. The trolls, the messages, the personal attacks. I can't handle it no more. And then my mom shows up and really drives me crazy.
And then you realize getting trolled on the internet ain't so bad.
No, it was not bad at all. I've been waiting to come back, and I got some really bad news. I hope you can hear me tonight.
Yeah, I can hear you. A
I probably sound a little different.
little bit.
The marijuana happy hour MHH network broadcasting telephone is dead. He's dead. He's not coming
Oh,
back.
no, no. What happened to him? Look how they've
I
massacred my boy.
I dropped him. I accidentally bumped it off of the railing on my deck.
Oh.
14 floors. It's smashed into 1,000 pieces. It's gone. It's over.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that one.
So, maybe it sounds better, maybe it sounds worse, but if it sounds different. Rest in peace, marijuana happy hour phone. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Well, I
And it
mean,
wasn't even about the stuff that was in it. I would erase everything in it every night anyways and re-put. But
we're not
just
going to talk about when you threw the SD card in the microwave.
no, we're not going to talk about that either. We don't want nobody finding out where I'm at. So it's been a great couple weeks off, and I'm really upset about the thing. I'm most upset about though that we missed last week is John F. Kennedy. I mean, or RFK Jr.
hmm
The
Yeah,
bear
good old.
story.
Yes, the bear story.
Oh my God, the best. I'm sitting there. My mom's talking to me. I'm sitting on the couch, and she's like, right,
uh-huh.
and I'm like, and I see this story. I'm like, oh my God! On all the nights to take off, we have a guy that put a dead bear in Central Park, and that wasn't enough to throw everybody off. He goes, anybody got no bike they want to get rid of? Let's make it look like the bear had an accident on a bicycle.
Listen, there was a Russian circus that came by, and one of the bears escaped. I don't know what to tell you.
That was the best newscast ever. The original thing is, we don't know where this bear came from. We've checked to see if there was a circus in town lately. Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god. Just when I thought the brainworm thing wasn't hilarious enough, this shit goes down.
Who's Uncle Jimmy?
It's Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy. All right. All right. Okay, let's focus here, man. These I shouldn't have did. I dabbed it up with some what do you call this stuff? Bomb pop.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. I'm me personally. I'm hopping on the train wreck again, and it does taste like absolute shit, but it is working.
It does. This bomb pop tastes like a fucking bomb. It's delicious.
Lucky you, mine tastes like weed.
It doesn't taste like weed at all. It tastes like a mouthful of Skittles. It's delicious.
Well, that's arguably more dangerous because then you're just gonna be hitting it like it's an e-cig, going like, "Oh, this is so tasty," and then meanwhile you're just going past Moon and Mars and Jupiter, and you're just like, "Oh, fuck me."
So yeah, we are officially back in action. Old Marco and Uncle Jimmy here,
Yes, sir.
and yeah, I mean that was a bummer that we missed that. I mean, an absolute bummer.
Yeah, but on the plus side, in the week that we came off, it gives us plenty of things to talk about. Uh, like the RFK thing, of course. But have you watched the Olympics at all?
You know what? I took a couple of peeks here and there
Hmm.
because I had cable because I was staying in a hotel this whole week. The whole other story
All
we
right.
might get into. But
Okay.
yeah, I would throw some Olympics on. The dream team. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, I will say that one of my favorite fucking things is the Austra. I didn't know that breakdancing was an Olympic competition, or maybe it just was in this Olympics. I don't know. There's that. Breakdancing is an Olympic sport somehow, but then on top of that, there's this woman who's from Australia that participated in the breakdancing competition who went by the name of Raygun, and she scored 0 points.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was it?
Oh my dude, I've seen like middle-aged women on mushrooms do the exact same thing she did. Like it really did look like some weird hippie dancing that didn't look like dancing at all. How the fuck? And also on top of that, it's an Australian Olympic team, which means that she got fucking funded by the Australian government to do that shit.
Well, not only that, but like they didn't have like a national breakdance off. She was the best out of all of them.
I guess it was slim pickings in Australia. I don't know, but one thing that I do know, at least from a couple of my Aussie friends, is that what she did was so horrendously bad that she is also somewhat considered a national treasure because all she did was just waste nothing but the Australian government's money, and they think that's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
but
Is
yeah,
it? I wonder if it's like.
next time you
I
do a
wonder if
show, just pull up Ray Gun's dance for the Olympics and just fucking roll with that for your show. You could do that.
oh fucking Ray Gun,
Yeah.
Ray Gun. It. I wonder if it's like some lady that was like the volleyball like equipment lady, and they're like, oh, we forgot to bring somebody for this. Go ahead and do it. What's going through that woman's mind? She's in the Olympics, millions around the world.
And scored
What,
0 points.
now, did they have breakdancing music,
Yeah,
or
they
was
play
it
music.
silent
Yeah.
breakdancing?
No,
Okay,
they play music. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a legitimate breakdancing competition, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't watch fucking breakdancing. I don't know how the rules go. I've seen breakdancing before. I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Then someone else goes off. I'm just like, yeah, that was also pretty cool. I don't know. I'd give them both a 7. I don't fucking know what's good. You know.
I know. It's like we need at least one head spin. Going for a head spin. Pause realities here. We've been on for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. You showed up just in time. We're shit talking the Olympics, more specifically Reagan.
Was there any cool Modi?
Not to my recollection, no.
I'm trying to think. What is the best breakdance song? Funky Comedina?
That's a good one. Um,
Breaking
actually,
2 Electric Boogaloo, I think is when I'm Googling it, I picked that up. What Breaking 2? No, seriously, was there a movie about breakdancing gangs?
yeah,
No, come on.
yeah, there was. Yeah, wasn't it called? Wasn't it called like Bring It On or something like that?
Boogaloo 2.
Yeah,
Boogaloo.
bring it. Yeah,
Electric Boogaloo.
it was Bring It On 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yep. Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
A little
that's where
racist. I think that if you called a black man a boogaloo, I think he'd be upset.
Yeah, to this day, I don't know what a boogaloo is.
I'll tell you what, motherfuckers, I'm going to boogaloo your asses all the way to Chicago.
If you just put any sort of malicious tone to what you say, it could be offensive. Like, get the hell out of here, boogaloo ass motherfucker.
And a lot of people, like Buzz, they saw the breakdancing. That's pretty much all they saw.
Yeah. There's
I
also
mean,
some other crazy fucking borderline idiocracy type shit that happens in the Olympics, if you really
yeah, I mean,
look.
this one is my favorite. the so-called woman-man boxer.
Yeah.
How horrible does she have to feel? She's a woman, 100% woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if she was an American, she'd be in the WNBA.
Um, I don't understand. What the hell is that? Oh
It's RFK again.
no, I was looking at the emoji from Pause. There's like there's a sexy man there. Got thrown off for a second. Kind of losing it there. Oh, anyways, no, that poor woman. Could you imagine being so ugly? That's a man. Really? No. Like, you know, if I was her, you know what I would do? I would stand
challenge
on
it.
that podium. I would stand on the podium and I'd pull my fucking pants down and go, "It's a goddamn vagina, motherfucker."
How do you like me now?
Now there are women that have testicles buried deep into their bodies, but that's a whole other
Yeah.
story. That's
Yeah, and as
who
far as I
cares?
know, they aren't in the Olympics.
And well, there's been a few.
I
A
mean,
lot of the it's an actual disease, not a disease, but a birth defect in a lot of the Africans.
mm,
So a lot of those marathon women runners have testicles, but they have a vagina. It's weird.
that is a
You
very
know,
strange birth
eh,
defect.
think about if it was you. What if you had a vagina, but you had balls? What
Well,
else are you going to do other than sports?
I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do with all that pent up energy?
Because you can't have sex because getting kicked in the balls. Imagine a dick just pounding your balls inside of your vagina. How bad that would hurt.
Well, but you know why? Well, you know why testicles are outside of our body, right? Like the scientific reason.
To keep them warm?
No, the opposite. Because if our testicles were actually body temperature, it would kill our sperm. So I imagine if our testicles were inside our body, then our testicles probably wouldn't hurt as bad if he got kicked, because your sperm's dead anyway.
Sperms, that's right. That's right. And I wonder where the balls would be placed in those athletes.
Yeah, I really don't want to figure that out, to be honest. I really don't want to think about it.
It's
I'm thinking about it, and I'm just horrified.
it just sucks. It sucks to be that person, to be so just different biologically than most people. You just want to,
Oh,
that poor woman trained to get in the Olympics,
yeah.
and
Yeah, just for everybody, to call her a trans woman.
yeah, I
Just
mean
just because
every
she
Trump guy.
isn't. Yeah, just because she was fucking massively tall, not exactly pretty, and has sort of mannish features, is like, yeah, this is a woman who boxes for fucking fun. Yeah, of course she looks like that. You know what I mean?
She's been punched in the face over 5,000 times, and you want her to have a beautiful face?
Yeah, yeah, she is a fucking Ronda Rousey. Like,
We got a goddamn ginger Viking on the line.
hey, ginger is our word. You could say ginger.
Ginger Viking. Oh man, speaking of the Vikings, that team's cursed. They finally get a fucking quarterback, and he breaks his knee on the first game. He's done. He's over.
God.
Goddamn Vikings.
At this rate, I don't understand why they don't just treat them like horses, or they're just like, well, you're done. Just pop them in the head.
No, it's turf toe. No, it's death, brother.
No, it doesn't matter if it can heal. You're fucked for like the rest of your life. There's no point anymore.
Yeah, we don't want to pay you anymore. You're worthless to us, you bastard.
Yeah, and matter of fact, instead of paying for your retirement, we'd rather just pay for your funeral.
It is yeah. Yeah, Jinja. Jinja. So, speaking of slang and bad terms, now I don't know if you've been following the steel toe thing.
I mean, other than what you talked about with me last time, other than that, no.
Okay, so Saturday he had himself a party, a live broadcast from the Stoney's Bar in Mankato, Minnesota.
That sounds like a smart idea.
Well, originally it was going to be a roast, but everybody canceled because the guy ratted his friend out, and apparently he likes to beat women,
Mm,
according to official Minneapolis police papers. Officially,
allegedly.
allegedly. All right, we don't want the toe to get upset.
Right.
We don't want Sherman from Peabody to get upset. But anyways, he had the event, and this weekend, and 100 people showed up. Believe it or not, 100 people.
Damn.
These are the biggest pieces of white trash, pieces of shit I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen. Like, you live in the woods, and
Yeah.
those people that live around you are sophisticated compared to these people. These are like deep woods, Minnesota white trash.
You have no idea how deep in the woods I am, brother.
You have no idea what these people look like. They look like, the evolution chart. It stopped.
the missing link.
Oh my God, I've never seen 100 ugly people in my life in one spot, and they're the ugliest people in America in one spot.
Well, maybe
So-
that's why they don't like him.
He goes up, starts doing the show. They start chanting. You know what they start chanting? The N-word.
Ah.
So now all of
Well-
a sudden, the toe is turned into a Ku Klux Klan meeting. What the fuck?
Well, it's either 100 trolls or it just so happens that 100 of his fans are Klansmen.
I mean, I saw that the other. I'm like, this is going on. These people aren't concerned about, like, literally. We could go and show their bosses that their employees are sitting in a bar screaming the N-word. And there isn't one black guy in the whole place.
Well, I mean, maybe that's why they did it. They're just like, hey, we could probably get away with this if we just do it real fast.
And I've been in situations growing up, being a half black man that looks white because my mom's albino, where
Mhm.
like a couple of guys like, hey, why don't we go out and beat some of them N-words up? I'm like, yeah, let's go. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah. Oh, it's Ice-T. He's mixed, and apparently when he was a kid, he was very, very light skinned. To the point where the white kids would hang out with him because they thought that he was white. And when he was a kid, he would ask them. He asked when he was in like elementary school or something. He asked the white kids like, why don't they let the other black kids come and play with them? And they just straight up told him because they were N's, and he was just like, oh. Okay. Just like, well, okay. Like, what am I supposed to do? These guys are my friends, and if they think I'm white, so what am I supposed to do?
I've been in that situation, man. It is weird.
Yeah, it's gotta be real bizarre.
And I've seen white guys too that like have black friends,
Mm-hmm.
and like they'll bring the black friends around a bunch of white people, and they'll start saying it. They could actually forget that there's a black guy there.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
he's just gonna sit there and go, "Whoa, guess I'm not coming back here.
Yeah.
Let me go home and get some of my homeboys, and we'll see if there's." I remember going to the store one time, and the guys were talking at the cashiers. They're like, "There's some black kids in town. We saw them up at the park." And I'm like, "Oh my God, they're my stepbrothers." Keep an eye on those N-words.
I'm gonna call the cops. We're gonna call them for loitering.
Yeah, apparently this poor man is even more desolate than you. He lives in the woods. Takes him an hour and a half to get to the Walmart.
Yeah, that's even deeper than me. It takes me roughly, at least a half hour to get to the nearest store to get food and shit. But yeah, an hour drive, goddamn. You got to be in like Texas or something, right?
Yeah, I went and lived with my ex-wife for a few weeks, and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. It drove me crazy. It's like if you don't get your cigarettes before 8 p.m. before the gas station closes, you're 3 hours away.
Oh
It
man.
sucks.
Well, especially for you and I imagine her as well, where you're both running on vampire hours. You got to go get your smokes like as soon as you wake up.
It's horrible. And I mean, we'd be sitting there like, "You got any smokes? You got any smokes? No. All right, let's go." Dodging deer in the middle of the night, running into the street.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking hate deer, man. I mean, they're pretty, and I would hate to shoot one, but they are stupid.
They're just the dumbest animal. They cause more fucking problems than anything.
They only exist to be prey. That is it. That is literally their purpose in nature, is to be stupid enough to be eaten.
And I hate deer meat. I hate it. I grew up in Wisconsin. There would always be a freezer full of everybody in the neighborhood would bring their deer meat over. Here you go. Here's some deer meat. I'm like, if it's so good, why don't you want it?
Because they have so
Oh,
much of it.
we took it down to the butcher's and we made some special sausage out of it. It still tastes like fucking deer meat.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I was hungry enough, yeah, I'd eat some deer. But I'm not someone who just goes out and hunts for deer for the sake of hunting deer. You know what I mean? Like I don't really find hunting all that interesting.
I did. I hate it. My grandpa brought me out. I think when I was 13, we went out to the woods and we went deer hunting. So he tells me, he goes, when you kill your first deer, you got to eat the heart. And I'm like, I ain't doing that.
Fuck no.
I think I saw 40 deer walk by me that day. I didn't shoot one of them. I'm like, I ain't eating no fucking deer heart. I ain't eating that. Yeah, and you got to make it any meat that's unsuperior. You make it into jerky.
Yeah.
Like you can eat any type of jerky: alligator jerky, ostrich jerky, roadkill jerky. You know who else loves
Yeah.
roadkill jerky is RFK.
Yeah. Roadkill grizzly meat.
Roadkill grizzly meat.
Whatever the fuck. Did they say what kind of bear it was? I don't remember.
It was a cub. It was a small cub.
Well, I know, but I mean, was it a black bear, brown bear, grizzly? What?
Oh no, it was a black bear. Yeah, it's like
Okay,
the
okay.
newscaster's like, New York Park and Rec are trying to figure out where a black bear came from. They are not indigenous to this part of town.
Yeah, the bear cub would have to swim across the fucking river to get to Central Park.
And people all freaked out. Where's the mama bear?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would be thinking.
Now, are we sure that maybe he wasn't drunk and he ran over the bear and he threw it in the back of his car so no one would know it?
I mean, there would be evidence of tire tracks on it, right?
Yes.
And on top of that, there would be two traces of tire tracks. Once where he hit it, and then the second where he reversed to make sure it was dead.
That's going to look good. That's going to look good. Make some golf club covers over that.
Gotta make sure it's dead. Can't be making too much noise.
But do you know where he was heading when he picked up the bear?
The airport?
No, he was going falconing.
What, like hunting with falcons, or just?
I think you go out and the falcons fly around a little bit. You put that glove on.
Okay, so it's just letting a falcon fly around and rest on your arm, and you feed it dead mice or something.
Yeah, it's like that. Is that the most rich fucking asshole thing that you could ever do?
I don't know, man. The falcons having a pet falcon seems pretty fucking cool, to be honest.
But a whole group of dudes?
Yeah, a whole group of them.
We're gonna go out falconing. You telling me there's no drinking going on?
Yeah,
See,
and I'm sure that if two of the falcons got into a fight, they'd just be like, "All right, I got 10 grand on mine."
and I'll guarantee you, if guys' wives were nicer to him, there'd be less of this bullshit sporting things going on.
Well, like breakdancing in the Olympics.
I mean, if you tell your wife you and your 5 buddies are going falconing, they're like, "Oh, okay, there's not going to be any pussy there." Like women will let guys go where they know women aren't.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no 21-year-old hot model that wants to go out and capture falcons in the morning.
No, and if she is, she's in the car.
You know, this guy, he lives in South Carolina and he thinks falconing is a good time. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, I'm more of an indoor cat.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like messing with animals, then yeah, maybe it's not so cool. But I don't know, falcons are just cool animals to me.
So, well, maybe I might look into the local Las Vegas Falconing Association.
I mean, if that exists, I don't know. I've never really looked into it, but
yeah, I don't know if there's falcons here or not.
I think there's like like a red-tailed hawk or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know there's vultures.
Yeah, I don't know if you can train I mean, well, that's not true. I know that some people train a vulture, but I don't know if it's necessarily training them as it is just maintaining them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's the closest thing to a dinosaur out there, other than alligators, I think, right? Like that's pretty close to a pterodactyl.
Yeah, just pretty sure. Yeah, vultures are fucking horrifying. Like I remembered, I forget the name of it, but it's it's like the stereotypical vulture where it's like got like the pink red head that's got like no feathers on it, and it can like swallow whole carcasses. Apparently that vulture can consume like at the rate that it can consume like a lizard or like a big deer carcass or something like that. At the rate that it can eat that carcass, if it notices that a threat is coming or a human is coming or something like that, it's full of food, so it can't fly away. So it will immediately just vomit out all it just ate so it can fly away.
Jesus, that's the most horrifying thing I've ever heard.
Vultures are terrifying, dude.
That sounds like me in my drinking days.
Yeah, the cops are coming. He's just like, "Oh, I need to lighten the load a little." Okay, now I can hop this fence.
Oh, I guess Paz lives in Florida now, and he thinks ostriches are closer to dinosaurs.
Oh, ostriches, so. Yeah.
Ostriches, I think, are gay. That's the gayest animal ever. Is an ostrich.
You ever seen a cassowary?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a bird that is in Australia, and some parts of like South Africa, I think. I'm not sure, but definitely in Australia. And that is like the closest thing to like a bird like dinosaur that I could think of. And so basically picture like an ostrich or an emu sized bird, right? But it has very beautiful colors on it, like it's like a blue and green and like very pretty colors. However, it is aggressive as fuck, can run at a speed of up to 30 to 40 miles per hour, and has razor sharp talons that can literally gut you.
Where do these birds exist? It's the scariest thing I've ever heard. You know, is there a lot of them in Australia?
Compared to other shit that's out there, no. But I mean, if you're going fucking around in the bush, yeah, you might find some.
I think I might need to go to Australia, knock some of this, get some more testosterone back in my body. Those are real men.
Oh yeah,
Goddamn.
dude. They fuck around with like actual dinosaurs. They play tag with fucking emus and shit. Like it's nobody's business.
And they carry large knives.
But they have to.
Now that's a knife. Yeah,
Oh.
still to this day, the only thing I know about Australia is that guy that does the what the fuck's his name? The Aussie guy that does all like the videos with the funny videos with the Cranky.
Oh, you're talking about the Aussie man.
Yeah, Aussie man. Yeah, that guy is fucking hilarious. I've never met a
Yeah.
guy. I've never talked to a guy from Australia that wasn't funny.
Dude, yeah, every Australian that I've talked to is just so goddamn funny. And also, they don't give a fuck that we're Americans. They'll talk shit about us, like, just as much as we talk shit about other countries, and it is so goddamn funny. One thing that, and you know what? I am going to put Australia on blast for this, so if you're listening to this, Aussies, sorry, but you can go fuck yourself because this is true. Do you know how Australians spell the word jail?
No.
Spell the word jail for me.
Jail.
Well, in Australia, it's spelled Gaol.
Goal.
Yeah, it's spelled Gale. And on top of that, if you bring that up to Australians, they will talk shit to you like we spell it wrong. Motherfucker, jail doesn't have a G in it. What the fuck are you talking about?
They're all a bunch of retarded convicts.
I know. That's what I keep telling them. Is like, you are literally a penal colony. You have no room to say anything about how English works.
I think and there wasn't a lot of women there, so I bet there's a lot of inbreeding.
I mean, there had to be some women over there. There's a lot of Aborigine women over there, I'm sure.
Yeah, those women know how to party.
Yeah, evidently so. Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
guys, they're I don't think they even sell Foster's beer anymore, do they? I haven't seen it in a long time. Australian for beer.
Actually, I was told by my Aussie friends that nobody in Australia drinks Foster's.
Do they have Outback Steakhouses?
I forgot to. I'll ask him next time, but I hope it's a yes.
I hope like every steakhouse is just Outback.
I know that the Aussies love KFC. I know that.
KFC is the weirdest fucking thing ever. Like, they rule China. I'm like, KFC is the only fast food in China.
I know. China, Japan, Australia, like, especially in Japan. KFCs in Japan are fucking crazy. They look like, compared to the KFCs in America, it looks like fucking Old Country Buffet or something. It's nuts.
Most of the KFCs I see are just dead in America.
Yeah. And let me tell you, it's purely because how KFC works is that you have to put effort into it and you have to work like you actually give a fuck about how it's produced. If the rest of the staff doesn't give a fuck, then yeah, it's going to turn out shitty.
It's unbelievable how bad it's gotten. Speaking of iced tea, Canes was smart enough to go out and get iced tea as a spokesman. Now you can get an iced tea. That is the greatest thing ever.
Absolutely.
Why is it taking 40 years for somebody Lipton, they missed an opportunity.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't surprise me if some other tea company has an iced tea told them to go fuck themselves.
I ain't drinking out of that Snapple bullshit.
What am I, gay?
Cop killer. There goes the neighborhood.
I'm so glad that you know about Body Count.
Oh, There Goes the Neighborhood might be the greatest song ever made.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
It's got a Motorhead vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
Who gave those fucking N-words? Them damn guitars.
Yeah.
Who gave them fucking N-words?
Yeah, that song's fucking great. That whole first album was pretty good, to be honest. It had a few too many intermission tracks for my liking, but it was still a good album.
That motherfucker fucked my motherfucking girl. Yeah, it's weird. It's just weird how some shit is so popular somewhere, and then here it's just like taken so for granted that like, whatever, fuck it sucks. No, it doesn't. It's a delicacy.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the weird thing about Body Count is that it's very niche because metalheads don't like it because it's rap, and people that are into rap don't like it because it's metal, but it isn't because it's Ice-T. It's rap just with metal music. You know
Well,
what I mean? It's like
I went and saw him live, and the guys in the band can't play. And they had some dude with like our friend Paz, long hair, long ginger hair. They had like a white metal guy playing all the guitar parts there, and I'm like, who's that guy? He's not black.
I could explain why. Is because Ice-T and Ernie C, the lead guitar player, are the only original band members because all the other ones are dead.
They're dead?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like gangbanger and shit.
One of them, the original drummer, actually died from gangbanging. Yeah, he got killed in a drive-by. That happened.
Fuck.
Yeah, weirdly enough, it was like every time Body Count released an album, shortly after that, a band member died. So yeah, their drummer got killed in a drive-by. I think their bass player got leukemia. And the third one, I think I don't remember what the other, like the rhythm guitar player, I think he just had a stroke or something. Like it was some weird fucking thing. Like he just got a stroke out of nowhere and died.
Fucking Ice-T killing his band members for the publisher.
Yeah, and then in 2014 when Ice-T came back, he had to fill in for 3 other people. So what the fuck are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, well, I saw the one with the metal, the real metal guy playing metal guitar. I remember seeing. I'm like, there's a fucking white guy playing guitar. This isn't right. You can find one other black guy that can play guitar. Not one.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think he was just trying to fill up the band. He just wanted to get the band back together. And actually, I think Ice-T even explicitly said himself that the whole reason why he formed Body Count was just to give Ernie C an excuse to play guitar.
And he was still playing. Yeah, I saw Ernie C. That fucking guy. He's gotten better.
He is fucking amazing.
I remember when they first came out, he could barely play.
What do you mean? You didn't like his cover of Hey Joe?
Oh my god, no. Oh no.
What? What was wrong with it?
Oh, it was so bad.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just don't fuck around with Jimi Hendrix ever.
I mean, yeah, that's just a good rule of thumb. Just let it die with Jimmy.
Let's die with Jimmy. Let it die with Eddie. If I see one more guy with an Eddie Van Halen guitar, I'm just gonna take it and smash him over the head with it. It's like, what a loser. Can you make you know who Eddie Van Halen hated the most? Is guys that wanted to be Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say David Lee Roth.
Well, there is no way any person alive can sit in a room with David Lee Roth for more than 10 minutes. It's impossible. Every time I think I'm bad at a podcast and my podcast sucks, I'll go listen to David Lee Roth's podcast and go, okay, I'm not that bad.
Yeah, I don't even need to know what his podcast is about.
He did a podcast for an hour and a half one night about keggers.
But fucking keggers? Wow. Yeah. I mean, how can you talk about keggers for an hour and a half?
The first hour was how to tap the keg properly.
Does it really need it? Do you really need an hour-long instruction?
And what gallon garbage can you need? How much ice you need? Just how many bags of ice you need to put in there to chill the beer? How long the beer needs to be chilled? And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I mean,
I can't anymore.
He's clearly run out of shit to talk about, or he's losing his memory.
I remember when he was tapped to take over for Howard Stern. When Howard Stern left radio, they built David Lee Roth a studio,
Oh yeah, they did do that.
and he requested like a half metric ton of sand to be put in there to make it look like a beach and a palm tree, and uh, like just the most ridiculous shit.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
They spent like $3 million getting all his needs, getting everything, getting him all comfortable. I think he lasted 2 weeks. He was supposed to be on for 20 years. He lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's just, you know, and the other thing is I found out this week after going to the MHH playlist, which everybody else should do, Johnny's Picks.
Yes, sir.
How long were you going to let me play that intro song and not tell me it was Taylor Swift? Oh my God! I'm driving around the other day, and that song. I'm like, that song sounds familiar. Oh no!
I was actually kind of curious to see how long it would take you to notice that.
Oh no!
It took you a lot longer than I expected.
Probably 9 months.
Yeah. Probably 9 months. I literally just threw that in there as a joke, and then you all of a sudden you put it into this fucking show.
Oh my God! No, I was like, I thought that was an original David Lee Roth composition.
Man, David Lee Roth really decided to pitch shift his voice for some reason.
Oh my God! When I play, I'm like, oh my God! How long have I been playing this?
That was what you get for outing me as a Swiftie, motherfucker.
I guess I'm a Swiftie now too. Every night I'd be singing that song after the show. I'm like, this intro's so good, I can't stop playing it. Back to the drawing board. So we got to come up with a name for Trump. You know, Dastardly Donnie.
Dastardly Donnie's pretty good.
My favorite one, of course, is Dipshit Johnny.
Dipshit Donnie is also good.
No, just hear me out, folks. Okay, I love Trump. Okay, I love him. I'm not a Trump hater. I'm not a liberal or whatever you want to call me. Whatever.
And also, you're a felon, so your opinion doesn't matter anyway because you can't vote.
Nope, can't vote. Doesn't matter who I like. It doesn't matter unless I want to call Nancy Pelosi and get one of them secret ballots.
Unless I really want to put this election on its head, and I really want to fuck with the system.
I may or may not have 75 IDs coming in from China.
And they're all me.
Like, just watching this guy the last few weeks, it's just like he's an abusive stepfather. And what I mean by that is he comes by, you know, he sees your mom once in a while, and he's hanging out in the kitchen, and he goes, you know what? We're going to have so much fun. We're going to get ice cream. We're going to go on rides. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And it never happens. As soon as I become president, inflation is gone. No, it's not. As soon as I become president, we're going to say fuck you to them goddamn electric cars. Yeah, I hate electric cars. They're faster, more durable, and they're easy to fix. Fuck those cars.
I mean, they also have a tendency to go up in flames, and electric fires are arguably worse than gas fires. But that's a whole other subject.
Well, the Cybertruck has reported its first death.
Yes, it has. And also, Whistling Diesel has done his Cybertruck destruction video.
And he is so... that guy is the best. There's, hands down, Whistling Diesel might be like every guy's fantasy. Just to go out and just wreck shit all day.
Oh yeah, the dude's living the dream. He just has the money. He just has money to go and just fuck up shit just for the sake of fucking up shit.
A Lamborghini,
Yeah,
cyber trucks, mountless trucks.
the motherfucker
Uh,
has a tank.
got a tank. He's got a monster truck with a jet engine.
Yeah, he got a monster truck with a jet engine. He literally went and recreated the Killdozer.
How how is that guy not dead?
I guess he just knows who to call and who to pay. That's what I'm guessing.
And I was thinking about the other night. Who does this remind me of? And I figured it's Bam. Bam used to fucking wreck Lamborghinis and just say, you just be a fucking asshole to shit.
I remember, wasn't there? I remember that there was one episode of Viva La Bam where like he met up with Billy Idol and he talked him into like taking a fucking like a handsaw or something and like making a sunroof on his Lamborghini where they just cut a massive hole into the roof of the fucking Lamborghini.
That's right. Fucking that purple Lamborghini.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, kind of where Whistling Diesel kind of reminds me of a little bit, but he just took it to the whole next level.
Yeah, he just focused solely on cars and not, fucking with his family.
He fucked that thing up so bad, he pulled the frame off. He literally pulled the whole back end frame off of that truck.
Yeah.
The thing is completely totaled. There's no way to fix that thing. But I bet he'll fix it. I wonder how many guys. He's got to have like 30 guys working for him, right?
I mean, he obviously has a crew. He's got people holding the cameras and shit.
Yeah, you don't see him installing the engines or tweaking the engine. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure he does it. I'm sure he plays a hand in it.
But every man alive wants all that land and millions of dollars just to fuck around with shit.
Have you seen the video where he strapped a jet engine onto a carousel?
Yes.
And he couldn't get it to stop, so it just kept going and going and going and going and going, and finally just fucking flew off. It's like, Jesus. Could have fucking killed yourself in so many ways.
Oh, it's just, and every once in a while you get to see all the pussy that's hanging around there once in a while, and he sneaks in some videos once in a while. That's the best. So not only does he have that cool land, he's getting laid on top of that son of a bitch.
Yeah, they say that women are afraid of guns, and some of them are, but not all of them.
No, I went out with a chick one night. I saw her in her purse. She had a gun, and I was like, "All right, I'm going home early." Something about a chick with a gun that's a big turnoff for me. I don't know what it is.
Nah, it's the opposite for me.
Maybe because it's the power dynamics now even.
No, it's not. No, it's not that. It's just that I know that this bitch ain't afraid to shoot somebody. Damn, that's.
Yeah, including you.
Yeah, I respect that.
I sat and watched 48 Hours one day, and I'm like, I don't want to hang out with chicks no more. They're evil.
I mean, but that's the game we play.
It's like that movie. They're like, dude, man, that's the kind of shit you see in fucking porn movies, bro. And he's like, yeah, but you also see it in horror films too.
Yeah, in horror films and true crime documentaries.
For some reason, serial killers hate teenage people having sex. And, I never really liked horror films, but, if you go to a horror film, you're going to see some titties.
Well, yeah, it's obligatory.
All right, well, we're almost out of time. I wanted to bring up one thing, a generational thing that it's been bothering me since 2 Tuesdays ago.
Mm-hmm.
After the show, we jumped onto Dahlia's, Dirty Delicious show.
Yes.
And I'm watching it, and I'm smoking some more weed. And it took, I think it was about 45 minutes. I'm like, this is a fucking video game. This whole time, I'm like, this must be the most I think she was the most talented animator I've ever seen.
No, it's no, it's
I think
it's
it was the Walking Dead video game, wasn't it?
yeah, it's Telltale Games The Walking Dead. Yeah.
I was that high after the show last week. I'm like, oh my god, she's so. Not only is she a good gardener and makes delicious tomatoes, she is an animator better than most of the Japanese animation I've ever seen. I got to figure out how she did that.
You were gonna give her credit for Telltale Games.
I didn't realize because I've never seen The Walking Dead before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just based on the universe. You don't have to see the show in order to get the context of the games. It's just,
oh my god.
Yeah. Which, by the way, shout outs to Dirty Dalish. Look her up on YouTube. She finished every single season of the Walking Dead's Telltale Games series. So for those of you,
where do you play those games?
you can play them on PC or console.
Okay.
You just buy them, download them, play them. Or you could do what my buddies do. If you go on a website called CD Keys, you can look up codes that will give you discounted prices on certain video games.
Yeah, I got to hang out with you young cats because I've literally not even I have a PlayStation 5 brand new in the box.
Oh, dude, why the fuck did you tell me?
Every day I'm like, I'm gonna hook that up today.
Okay.
I'm like,
you know what? Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to download it.
Okay. I have a PS5. I have buddies that play PS5, and if you want to get back into the game, no pun intended, and figure out how to get back into the saddle and how to use a controller again, I'll be more than willing to help you out on that. But you gotta get a PlayStation account, unfortunately, because that's the only way the multiplayer works.
Yeah, she's playing Batman now. Cosplay of Catwoman.
Oh, she did that earlier this morning, I think.
Really? And I missed it?
I guess.
Damn it. You know what? I still see her as a sweet, innocent gardening woman. Just likes to play a couple of video games at night. That's where we're staying with it.
It's whatever you want it to be, Johnny.
Any fantasy is any fantasy at all. So yeah, it's been a good night back. We're done. I don't know why we're done this quickly again, but
yeah, it's it happens every time where we have a plan and then we start talking and then 15 minutes in we just trail off and then all of a sudden the show's over.
See, that's what happens when you smoke marijuana and have real conversations, people. This is no Joe Rogan bullshit, all right?
What are you talking about? They're stoned all the time.
I can't remember what guy it was the other night, but he's on going, Joe Rogan fucking sucks. And I'm like, Joe Rogan doesn't suck.
I mean, I wouldn't say he sucks, but I wouldn't, really the only thing about Joe Rogan is that, he knows how to get interesting people on his podcast. That's it.
Well, one thing I noticed, the one thing I do notice about Joe Rogan is, because he goes for 3-4 hours.
Right.
He's a repeater.
What do you mean?
He'll start the podcast off talking about something. An hour later again, he'll start talking about the same thing again. And then he'll start talking about the same